Companies need to be very careful to think about the future, where we're headed in terms of physical climate risk. So modeling different climate scenarios, extreme weather event conditions, and thinking hard about how this building is going to perform over the long term.
Joining me today is Ben Myers, Vice President of Sustainability with BXP. Ben, you were on a panel here at REITworks focused on addressing ESG in real estate development, design, and construction. Can you start by talking about how BXP evaluates new technologies and new techniques in this space?
So we start by establishing our goals, whether it's climate change action, climate resilience, or human health. And then we survey the market with specialists on our development, construction, property management, engineering teams. And we convene the right people to look at the right technologies. And we really look for what's going to help us move the needle towards our project-specific goals. We want to stay on the cutting edge, not the bleeding edge. So another thing we do a lot is we come to events like this, REITworks, to meet with peers to see what's working for them or what has worked. And we try to adopt strategies that are proven to move forward on those three issues: climate action, resilience, and human health.
What are the major design and construction issues that companies need to consider when preparing for climate-related physical and transition risks?
Companies need to be very careful to think about the future, where we're headed in terms of physical climate risk. So modeling different climate scenarios, extreme weather event conditions, and thinking hard about how this building is going to perform over the long term. So more of a long-term mindset. On the transition side, we are in markets with performance standards. Nobody wants to place in service a building that doesn't meet a performance standard. So making sure you're modeling against not only energy codes, but also performance standards, and anticipating what this transition to a low carbon economy is going to mean to stakeholders, including customers and investors.
Lastly, can you talk about the value of building certifications in demonstrating a company's ESG performance?
Building certifications remain extremely important. They're important because they streamline the conversation between BXP and our stakeholders. It is a way to demonstrate ESG compliance and demonstrate that we've integrated ESG into our investment decisions at the asset level. At the enterprise level, it's also important because you roll up all those certifications and it tells a story about the company and its commitments. It also matters for our design teams. Having a building certification framework gives the design team targets and objectives, thresholds to work towards. So it sets an aspiration, it's an ambition for a project. So it's a good tool for integration and implementation of ESG. I'm particularly excited about this transition from certifications of a hypothetical design case to certifications of actual performance data. And as we move towards this transition to net zero certifications are going to become important. As we are in environments with performance standards, we may be using certifications to demonstrate that a building is compliant. And more investors and more of our customers are asking about ESG compliance, and I believe certifications are going to play an important role in communicating to our stakeholders that we've got them covered.